Hi everyone, it's just a little crochet and chat day. I'm not doing any instructional video. I'm just here with you and crocheting. Excuse me. Spring has sprung. So I have this yarn and I just love it. It's, as you can see, it's several plies. I guess I could count them. It's very fine. It's like, it feels like cashmere actually. It's so soft. It's tiny. We have, I don't know, I can almost count them. It's a lot of ply. So, you know, you pull it all together, it's not twisted up, but some people don't like to work with yarn like this because your hook gets stuck in it, but my gosh, it is so soft. And it was actually a beautiful, beautiful green sweater that I had. It was one of my favorite sweaters. And so I guess this is kind of like upcycling. And I was going to throw it away, and I just could not do it because the yarn was just so immaculate. I mean, it feels like a cloud in my hand. It's so soft. It would make great curly hair, wouldn't it? So what I'm doing is just making a little hat. I'm working on the brim right now. Brim, is that the word? Brim. So I've just done 10 chains, or 11 chains and 10 single crochets. And I'm doing a double band. I'll fold it up. 10. I think I might make it a little bigger actually, because I want to fold it. I want to do a double border. So you see, you got all the plies. Of course, you've seen yarn like this. That would drive some people crazy, I guess. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10's a good, or maybe I'm going to double it. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's good. I think I'm going to do 16 chains. So I'll do one more, 17, and then the first chain, the chain right beside it there, I'm going to do my first single crochet. And I'm just going to do single crochets all the way down. So what are you guys working on? I wish you could feel this yarn. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. Well, I just want to, say I appreciate everyone who's been subscribing. I've really been begging people to actually watch because I really need the watch hours. And I really need more subscribers so I can buy some more yarn. So I'm just going down the line doing the single crochets. I have 2 more hat patterns that I've worked up for you guys too. I did write them out. Not anything that I could sell or show anyone, but because I designed the patterns, I know what I write, And so I do have 2, very simple, very easy for beginners, or even if somebody just wants to make a lot of hats and give them away. It's a very good pattern. They're both simple patterns, but they're pretty. And I do them in basically, my hats are like anywhere from 21 to 23 inches wide or around in diameter, because that tends to fit most adult heads. And if you want to do, measure it for a specific head, you'll just take your tape measure and measure around. But generally that works. So and I'm just going to do this across, like if you were making sweater ribbing, I guess. So, it's so hard for me not to teach. I'm not really teaching this. This is not a pattern that I'm teaching. Well, there actually is no pattern, but so I'm just going to work. And what are you guys working on? Tell me in the comments. It'd be nice to hear from you. I do hear from quite a few people. There is one of my videos that I think it has about 24,000 views. And every time I see the views go up like by hundreds a week, I'm like, I know eventually I'm going to have to do a video of this piece that's getting all these views because they might want a pattern for it. So I'm really thinking about it, but it's going to take a lot of work. It's not so easy for me to teach that. But I think I'll give it a go. And I'm thinking about, I've been working on, one of my favorite stitches is, I call it the Barker Celtic Weave. I think Bonnie had said there was some debate, people debated her about whether or not she created it, but I don't really care what people think because she's the one that taught me, and I learned it as the well, not the Bonnie Barker, but Barker Celtic Weave. And I think people just took off the Barker and just started putting Celtic Weave. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they thought they were going to get sued or something, or if they took the name off of it, that it meant they didn't. I mean, I don't see anybody ever claiming that they invented it. But she did, and that's why I call it the Barker Celtic Weave. And she's a really great teacher, Bonnie Barker. If you want to learn anything about cables and stuff, oh my gosh, I teach a lot of cable work, but she's really good. I could do the type stuff she does, but I really want beautiful yarn to do it with, because what she teaches is just so incredibly beautiful that you really need really nice yarn, not like twist from the Joann's, which you can't get that anymore. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Yeah, so being able to get nicer yarn would be good. Yeah. So I'm going to just keep working here. You keep working on whatever you're working on. I mean, also, if you have any questions or you need help with something and I can help you with it as far as stitches or a pattern or something. I mean, I've done a lot of other people's patterns. Maybe I should do some of those videos, just like say, here's so-and-so's pattern, let's work it up together and see how it goes. You know? Because I've had some patterns I've tried to follow and I'm like, ooh. I made one pattern. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was supposed to be like a tankini type thing. It was so fun. I followed the pattern perfectly. It was beautiful when I got done. The problem was there was nothing in there to tell you how to adjust the mid part for, you know, different length of bodies. So when I put it on my person I was making it for, it was like a diaper in the middle, and I thought, oh my god, this is ridiculous. And I asked the person, you know, I did contact the artist that created it, but she didn't seem to care, so I guess she got her money, right? I don't do that to people. I had someone else do that to me through Etsy, which is neither here nor there, I guess. I have an Etsy store, and I've never done that to anyone. But yeah, I have bought this other pattern. And it was totally different than the video. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not what you're teaching. Oh, and by the way, I'm just doing, not that you care, but I'm doing single crochets in the back loops. Just making a simple ribbing, about 23 inches. I'll see how far it stretches around my big fat head. Because I'm making this for me, because since it was my beautiful sweater that I loved so much for so many years, and I had to take it apart because it had become discolored in certain areas, which is why there's not much of this yarn. This is all there is. Because a lot of it, especially in the sleeves and stuff like that, and then there were some discolored areas from just hanging in the closet, I guess, for a while. I don't know. And I got, this is the ball of yarn that I got from that. So. I really want to do some live, but I can't go live on YouTube. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. So I'll just keep on working. And the first thing I do in the morning is I get up, I make coffee, I take a medication, I sit down and pick up a crochet hook and some yarn, and there's one, I could reach anywhere and pick one up probably. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 projects right in front of me. Isn't that crazy? I just love it. And it's like, it can really center your mind, because here lately my mind's just been all over the place. I think I'm selling my house, and so that's crazy. What do you think about buying a house that needs work? And I could do that on YouTube, right? Well, anyway, it's not making this hat. Just want to shout out to everyone that I like to watch. Crafty Floridian, I hope you're doing well. Juan the yarn addict. Wow, that's a mouthful. Hello, hope you're doing well. All my friends in Europe, hope you're doing well. My crochet crowd around the world, hope you're making some beautiful things. Oh, and hello to Juan the yarn addict's mom. She's always on with him too, and I think that is so sweet. So hello to both of them. Hello to Crystal from Bag a Day. Oh, and someone else that I should say hello to while I'm here. Hello, Tessie. She's, I don't know if y'all know Tessie from, I guess you could just put it in the search box. Tessie's Homestead, I think. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, she's very sweet. I see that the new Epic Universe is taking in people now. You can't stay in the Helios Grand Hotel yet, but they're allowing people to come in that park. Lots of streamers are in there. It's getting really hot here in Florida. They said a cold front was coming this week. And then what I'll do when I finish this is I'll just make a double band. So whatever end I'm at, I'll just keep going. Okay. You know, I was sitting on the sofa and I was like watching YouTube, and I'm like, you know, if this camera was right over me, somebody might like to watch me crochet. I watch people crochet. It puts me. I just like fall out sometimes watching it. I love it. I love watching it. Maybe if I would shut up long enough, you could. So the only thing about, like, I don't like it when it leaves out a loop. I have to pull out a lot of stitches with this yarn, I'll be honest. But I do love it. I wish I could find some more. Does anyone know of a yarn supply that I can find yarn that has, like, this must have 10 strands in it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it has about 10 strands of yarn. Would that be 10 ply? But when you pull it, they're so fine and soft. I don't know what they are. They're like, it feels like cashmere. I swear it feels like cashmere. It's so soft. Woo. Just want to roll in it. But, you know, they're really fine. So 10 of those, when you pull them together, it's almost a 3, really. If they were, you know, I don't know what that term is. I forget. I mean, they're not. But. So I really like working with yarn that's not all twisted together. So I might try to find a lot more. I'm thinking about going to the Goodwill and looking in their sweater section and seeing what I can find. Because I'll bring it home and take it apart if the yarn is beautiful. You know, I mean, you could run into a cashmere sweater for $2 at the Goodwill. Cashmere, I'm not kidding. At least where I live. And I could tear that baby apart and make something really gorgeous. And use that yarn again. Because, I mean, yarn is expensive. And it's certainly like cashmere or wool or any natural fibers, cotton, you know. And God knows how much it's going to be now. But we're still going to buy it. But if I could get some really great sweaters and just rip them apart, because I'm pretty good at taking apart knitted clothing. Or crochet. You know, and I've taken apart stuff that I did years ago. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And I thought then, I was like, wow, look what I did. But, you know, as the years go on and on, like, you know, I'm not going to tell you how many years I've been doing this, but certainly you do improve. Maybe not if you take a 20-year break in between, but you do improve. And so I look at that work and I'm like, oh my God, I wouldn't even want to give this to anyone. I hope I didn't. But it's still pretty. It's just not, you know, it's not the work I can do today, I guess is what I'm saying. So I just rip it apart and decide it's going to be something else. And eventually I will create something with the yarn that's what it stays, because it's so perfect that I can't mess it up again. I can't rip it apart again. I was looking in I have so many bins, 40, I think they're 40 quart bins, just full of crocheted items I've made. And I used to put them on my Etsy store, and I was like, you know, this is crazy. I feel like I'm working for Etsy. By the time they take all their money out and you pay for shipping, which is ridiculous, you end up with nothing. And, you know, okay, people say, oh, well, I made this crochet evening gown. It's $3,000. I'm like, well, great, try to sell it. Because unless you have some kind of connection, you're not going to. I mean, I've sold a lot of things, but it's not easy. It's not even hard. It's difficult. So, you know, that's when I said, well, I'm just going to keep my Etsy store there. I'll keep my patterns updated on there, and every once in a while I'll throw one of the garments back in. And, you know, I do, and I sold a blanket not that long ago. Well, throw, it was a throw. Um, but, that's like $150. It's great. Pays the electric bill, right? You gotta pay the electric bill 12 months out of the year. So I just said, well, you know what? I can share this love I have for yarn and crochet and trying to knit. I say trying to knit because I can knit with knitting needles. I don't really enjoy it. It makes me crazy. But I did teach myself to do it. I knit with I have a knitting machine. I have lots of looms and other ways to knit things, but and Tunisian, which looks like knit. But I'm gonna throw myself into this because I love it. They want it every day. YouTube wants me to keep my videos up to date, so I'm trying. But I do have some weeks where it's just like, oh God, I'm in a slump. I still crochet on those weeks that I may not have a video. I don't know that I've missed a week with a video though. But if I have, I'm still crocheting. It's just that sometimes you just can't share with the world, You have those days. I've been having more of those. Not for, any particular reason of what the world is like at this moment. It has nothing to do with it. It's certainly my own stuff. So here we are. Does it make sense to say chat and crochet or crochet and chat? Which one works better? Let me know in the comments, because I did a Sunday morning crochet and chat, but that just limits you to Sunday morning, and sometimes I like to talk to you guys when it's not Sunday morning, So I'm thinking maybe I should just change that title to crochet and chat, because if I said chat and crochet, I don't think YouTube their algorithm probably would not like that I didn't put crochet first. Because apparently I don't write that word enough already. I see all these people doing left-handed crochet, and I know they're right-handed. And I'm wondering if they're actually crocheting with their left hand, or are they just flipping the video? Because if that's how you do it, I mean, that don't seem right way to me, because technically you're still crocheting with your right hand. You just flip the video. So I'm wondering if they're actually like if I do that with my left hand, oh my God, I don't even know where to start if I'm actually in my left hand. You know what I mean? Because I'm right-handed. I can do a lot of things with my left hand, but I don't think crochet's like, I don't even know. Like, this is just weird. I don't know. How would you do it? I don't know. It's so confusing. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they just flipped that video, because when I first started editing my videos and I was using a new software, I was like, oh, I just put up an entire video and it's backwards. To me, I said it was backwards. And somebody else looked at it and said, oh, you can crochet with your left hand? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, your video is left-handed. I'm like, no, it's not, because I don't crochet with my left hand. I'm right-handed. And I looked at the video and I'm like, well, it does look like I'm crocheting with my left hand. But I was using my right hand. I just didn't realize I had to flip the video at that point. I mean, I know now. But I see a lot of people and it's like, how do you do that? Because, and I think they're just flipping the video. Because the video comes out at the same time. They're right beside each other on my YouTube feed, and one says whatever it is right-handed, and the one right beside it, whatever it is left-handed. It's the same timestamp, same amount of time, same time it was released. It's the same video, and I'm like, is that truly left-handed crochet if you're just flipping the video and not really using your left hand? And does that work for left-handed people? Because if it works for left-handed people to be able to watch that and create whatever it is, then that's great. But I would like someone to tell me if that's what's happening and that's how it works. Because if it is, I need to flip some videos. Because why, left-handed people should be able to do it without struggling. And if I can make that easier, then and that's how you do it. But I just don't know. That doesn't seem right to me, because if I flip this video that I'm doing right now, I post this video and it will come up that I'm crocheting with my right hand. But oh, it's just so back. I mean, I have a little bit of dyslexia, maybe a lot, and I just hate to admit it, but I always say a little. I really don't know the extent. I'm so old that they didn't even know it was a problem back then. But I don't know. It just seems weird. I guess you would start over here and be going that way. So if that's what I'm doing, it would look like I'm starting to, so maybe that is how they do it, and I don't know. Maybe I should just flip one up and say it's left-handed and see what people say. Maybe, maybe I'll go to comment and somebody will be like, what is going on here? But I mean, I don't want to not be sharing with people, and like making something that all the people can use. So maybe I should just try it. But when I saw it come up on my camera, I was like, oh, well, I had this, I wasn't using my phone camera. I was using like a big camera on the rig. And I was like, wait a minute. Maybe it's, because it was a new camera, which, by the way, I don't use. I hated it. I took a chance on it, and it didn't pan out. Let's just say that. But when I filmed on that camera, I was like, wait a minute. Why is my video backwards? And it looks like I'm crocheting with my left hand, which I'm certainly not doing. But if it looks like that and you can learn that way, then that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But I don't want to try to teach someone something wrong. So if that's how it works, please let me know. Wow, that was a lot of talking just to say something about left-handed crochet, wasn't it? One. I guess people shooting videos spend a lot of time talking to themselves. I'm not really talking. I mean, if people walk by my window, they thought, "Oh, he's talking to himself." But I'm not really talking to myself, am I, guys? I'm talking to all of you. I appreciate you so much. I am struggling hard to get there, but I am not a quitter. I'm terrified I might end up homeless, actually. And that's a reality. And it's not because of anything that's happening politically in the world. It's just things. So, crochet makes me happy. I used to like to put music on my videos too, in the beginning, at the end, and then I kept seeing they were saying copyright strike, might be a copyright strike, might be a problem if we monetize your video. And I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. Because all the music I use is perfectly legal to use. Even the one they said I had a copyright strike on was not. And so I tried to use their software to take it out. It sounded like a monster in the background instead of music. I mean, it wouldn't let me get rid of the original track. So then it put the other track on top of that. And I'm like, oh my God, it sounds like fighting orchestras. So I don't know what's happening to that video. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to not put music on them anymore. And I like the music because it made it just more fun. But until somebody writes me a song that I'm allowed to use, or I drag my piano or guitar out from under a bed or a closet and just come up with a few little notes together, that's really all I need. If I was still in New York, it would be fine and easy to find a friend to do that for me. I just don't really know any musicians here. So, I think someone told me also I could go live without having 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I mean, I'm close to it, but not close enough. And I think somebody said I could use Prism. But the thing is, YouTube, I could go live maybe using Prism, but the thing is, because I don't have the 1,000 subscribers yet, YouTube will not, they won't save that video. So if I did a live, it would just be then, there, and gone. You know what I mean? And there's no point in that. And so, and I know people do it to, I guess it helps them in some way. Because I'm not playing around in social media that much. It's just debilitating to my brain to go on Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. I have them because I have to for other reasons, but I don't go on them. I rarely post on them. And if my shop page on Facebook, if anything ever comes up on there, it's because it's been pushed through from my Etsy store. I hear there's a Substack, a new one. I don't know much about it. I know that it has a free level and a pay level. Substack.com, I guess it's called. I haven't really looked at it because I don't really want to bother with it. And quite frankly, Facebook's never done anything great for me. It's opened up a lot of boxes that shouldn't have been opened. By me, I will add, but I looked up people from 100 years ago and I'm like, oh my God, how long are you going to take to learn this lesson? They're in the past for a reason. So I don't do that anymore. I rarely go on Facebook. I did go a couple, actually, I do go on occasionally, like once a year, maybe twice. But I noticed there was a group that I had on there that it's just out of control, and I tried to close it down. Facebook won't let me close it down. They'll let me archive it, but not close it. So I just made it go private. I can't control 60,000 people in a group that are doing things that the group is not meant to do, and so I just tried to block it all out and close it down, and they won't let me do it. And I have another group that has like 15,000 in it, and I don't use them for my crochet or anything like that. It's nothing like that. They were meant to be helpful to people, and there's always those apples with dents in them that got to roll out of the bucket. So yeah, I don't do Facebook really, or Instagram, even though I have two accounts on there, I think. I just don't think it's helpful to me. Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe that's why subscribers aren't pouring in. Who knows? It doesn't matter because I'm going to keep on crocheting because I love it. And I'll keep watching the people that I like to watch. Most of the people, the crochet artists that I do tend to tune into from time to time. I don't get patterns or anything from them, but I just like listening sometimes. It's nice to hear what other people are up to and doing in the world of yarn. The wonderful world of yarn. Say, welcome to the wonderful world of yarn, where we will spin your yarn into the most beautiful strings you've ever seen. and make them into the most incredible pieces of art you could ever want to own. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. I'll do this about, I don't know, 23 inches to fit my big fat head. Depending, because it's my hat, depending on, it's about 5 inches. How much stretch. This doesn't have a lot of stretch because it's like I'm pulling this yarn together, the plies, and I'm using a smaller hook. Susan Bates 9 or I. So I'll do about 23 inches of that. Right now I'm going to have a little flag.